Hi, all Amber Celestial Angel here, and I wanted to bring a message and video of guidance for this topic is judgment. So this is something that has come through and been guided to give a teaching or guidance on. So judgment. Judging in yourself and in others. And while there can be this damned term for judgment, where, in some religion, if you do certain things, you'll be judged and be damned and go to hell. From my experience, my connection with God, Great Spirit, Creator, Source, it is only love. It is only love, and there's no damning, no going to hell. There is you creating your own hell on earth, and judgment is a big thing within this. If you judge yourself or judge others, but mostly yourself, you learn and find as you judge yourself less or not at all, that your judgment on others, you don't really have a judgment on others because you understand. You come to a level of understanding as you don't judge yourself. So our Creator, God, Great Spirit, Source is non-judgmental. It is just love, understanding, and only wants the best. The divine, our highest selves, even our higher self, God, the divine, the angels, all want us to live to our highest and best. And judgment is a huge part of this, laying down the judgment. And it can be so easy to judge ourselves for mistakes we've made, choices we've made, or continue to make. There can be things from the past that we have done, mistakes, choices we made that we weren't proud of, not happy of. And it's in taking that lesson and moving forward. And it's in not judging the self for those things, even if they were bad things, bad choices, mistakes. A lot of the time, people only do what they feel they have to do in that moment. Sometimes it seems there's only one choice and it's a bad choice. Or, you have that gut feeling, but you didn't listen. So it really is taking that and moving forward and listening to that gut feeling, that soul, that heart that comes through to say, no, don't do this, or yes, do this, and listening to that guidance, listening, allowing it, and laying down the judgment from any past things we may have done. This really one thing can move you so far forward on your journey, move you so far forward into better. And just knowing that it's okay. It's okay. It truly is. And even though it might not feel like it inside of you, well, that's because, of course, there may be guilt or shame, and those feelings are also normal. But once again, it is taking that guilt or shame or hurt or pain and transmuting it and forgiving the self and forgiving others who may have been involved, and learning from that, saying, okay, I did that. It is what it is. You can't change it now. You cannot change it. The only thing you can do is continue to move forward, and or make the same mistakes again and again, and you will still be loved. But if you want to have the better life, the heaven on earth, then it is learning the lessons and moving forward into better, forgiving the self and others. And we can be our own worst critics. We can be our own worst critics. While it is a good thing to have the guilt from something we've done, because that's the only thing that can make us change, that's the only thing that can push us forward and make that change, is by feeling that. So allow it, but take it and help it push you into more power, being empowered. So here's another thing: victimhood or empowerment. You also choose this mentality that you have. You can choose to be a victim and continue to make the same mistakes or make the wrong or bad choices. And that will lead you in a sort of hell within your life, within yourself, because you're always feeling down on yourself as a victim. And while I'm not degrading victims who have had things happen to them, and even you being a victim of your own self-sabotage or self-infliction in that way. But it doesn't have to be that way. It truly doesn't. You can choose to be empowered by that. You can choose to forgive the self and others and be empowered and say, okay, I did make that choice. I made that mistake. And now what can I do better? How can I be better? That's empowerment. That is empowerment. And with that state of mind, that guidance, then you begin to create a heaven on earth. You begin to create better things for yourself because you want better, and all God and the divine and the angels and yourself, your soul wants is your highest and best. Love. Things coming from a place of love, not from a place of fear, pain, hurt. So, and then within judging others, right? People can judge you, me. People can judge, and there may always be, not always, there will be judgment. But the more you can practice, I can practice, we practice not judging ourselves, we begin to just naturally not judge others and know that there's a reason. There is their own path. There is their own journey that they've got to go down. And whether they figure it out or not, that's up to each own individual. But for you, for us, and this guidance here is to lay down the judgment on yourself and others. You know, a piece of the Bible, they know not what they do. And most don't. Most only do what they have known or seen, experienced in their own life. But there are some who do know what they do, and they choose to do that, and all we do with that as well is let it be. You know, when you have somebody in your direct household, you know, you have a child, this is directly tied to energy as well. You know, you can feel that within others. So if you have a child, you know, that is very hard to get along with, or a parent, you know, somebody around you directly, it is good to as well have people in your life that may just be like that. This fly, sorry. protect your energy and put a block there. Not a block as in you don't care about them or love them, but there is a thing as protecting your energy, and that is also very safe and something good for you to do. And so you don't absorb that. And you don't have to deal with those judgments or those things that you can feel. But it's like from a distance, loving and caring from a distance. And if you can get out of that situation, do it. That's another one of those choices. Do it. Because the heart, the soul, is only ever yearning and calling for your best. It always wants the best. And yes, judgment is a big part of that healing process, right? So there's a lot of different topics I'm going to be covering here coming up, and this is the first one I wanted to touch on. Healing begins with that. That's one of the biggest things, dropping down the judgment and forgiving the self, yourself, and others. This is such a main key and ingredient in moving forward and healing, the healing process. So, and you know what? Yes, I'm going to read this piece in this book here for this day. It ties in pretty well. So healing. Healing means making peace with life. Healing is a personal voyage that we each embark on in our own way. The healing of illness does not mean that we won't face death, and it does not mean you have failed to follow some magic formula of behavior. Suffering from illness does not mean you are being punished. It could be a gift to your overall life plan. Before Anthony Perkins died from AIDS, he composed the following statement to be released after his death. His words relay the true message of healing. Many believe that this disease is God's vengeance, but I believe it was sent to teach people how to have compassion. I've learned more about love, selflessness, and understanding from the people I have met in this great adventure than I ever did in the cutthroat, competitive world in which I spent my life. Healing does not mean curing. Being healed means being made whole and sound. We are whole and sound when we accept the process of life as a gift. Have you made peace with life? If not, begin the process now and ask the angels to help you. I know that the angels are guiding me to make peace with my life so that no matter what I encounter here on earth, I will be ready to learn more about love. So, yes, that is a healing message. And judgment, non-judgment, forgiveness is a key ingredient. There's a lot that goes within the healing process, right? To find that peace, connect with God's source, be in the love, shining your own light. So there is a lot that goes within the healing process to come and experience the heaven on earth. But non-judgment, forgiveness is a stepping stone to get there. So that's the message for today. If you would like any sessions, services, you can visit my website, ambercelestialangel.com, and much love and many blessings. Bye all.